Hey, what's going on, YouTube, my family and my friends? Excellent Dreams here, back with another exclusive video for you today. Go ahead and send out my link. Hold on here. We're going to have Lisa Alfaro joining us today. She'll be coming along here shortly. Show y'all this design that I'm working on currently. Before she gets on here. So this one right here is a doozy. Hey, Lisa.
Hello.
Put my volume up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
There, friend. You just save all of this that I was working on real quick.
I was so confused on when you said to clean it up through CorelDraw. I was like, okay, I'm not getting this one.
All right. So what I did was make sure that's saved and this one is saved. All right. All right. So what I did was I went to Google.
Yep.
What I did was I typed in D4's high school logo SVG. And pretty much what it brought up was the first one that it brought up was this one. And as we can see, it's 800 by 588, which is pretty good. It doesn't have the football in it, but we can add the football.
No, I added the football.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so I downloaded it. Let me minimize here. We're going to drag it into Corel. Oh, that's how.
So the one thing I didn't do was an SVG, which is probably what my issue was.
Okay. I'm not quite sure why it brung it in like this, but let's just see something. We're going to right click on it. And let's clip art it. Let's see what we get. Okay, so that's not going to help us out at all. So let me go back and choose a different one. I thought that one would have been good enough, but for whatever reason, it's not. I could click on it like so. Close it here. And then I can actually, I'm going to screenshot it from here. So I'm going to hit the Windows key, Shift, and the S key. I'm going to screenshot it from here. I'm going to place this around it. Oh, I forgot I can't screenshot. Okay, can't screenshot while I'm online. So let's try it a different way. Hold on here. We're looking for this number here. 640 by 360. Okay, you can see the pixelization in it right there. 640 by 360 isn't bad though. Let me keep looking though. 136 by 136, that's small. We can trick it up here by hitting on the tools. Right here in the size, we're going to choose large. And see if anyone comes up there. Okay. No, they didn't. Let's try it. Let's try medium. Okay, so this one right here was a medium. 800 by 588.
Where are you seeing that? Oh, I see it on the corner.
Yeah. Oh, right here. Yep. 800 by 588. So let's click on this one. I think this is the same one. Let's save image as here. All right. Let's try it again. What's it called? DeForest?
Yeah, DeForest High School.
All right. All right, give me some. All right, that's a good one. Let's delete this one. Let's see what we got when we vectorize this one. Outline, trace, clip art. Not bad. I'm gonna remove the background. Hit OK. That's a pretty clean trace on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ungroup all objects. I want to see something. I want to wireframe it. Okay, so we know this is negative space here in the center. But I'm gonna go back to my hand and I'm going to select all the white. Let's just change it to pink so we can see it all. Boom. Not bad. Let's delete this
Okay.
middle white. So we need all the rest of that white to complete the logo. So I'm just going to weld all of that together, make sure it's all solid. Let's change it to green, and we have it. Let me look back at the logo. I want to go back. Let's go back to Google. Okay, so it's not showing it on any dark colored background. So, but it is showing the white right here through it. So we're going to
Right.
leave the white in there, right there. All right. Now we need the football. Here it is right here. And let me look for a better one. So type in football SVG. And this one is pretty good. This one is better. Oh, here we go.
I don't even know which one I used.
Let's just go with this one. I mean, that's not bad. It has the extra lines in it. I'll be trying to keep it simple. Let's see here. Let's click on this one for Cricut. Oh, football SVG. This one isn't bad. I know I'll have to trace that one though, because that's an Etsy. Let's go to this one. I don't like that one. All right, I like this one. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I like my bad. I like this one because it's closed. This one right here is open, so we'll have to do more work to that one to add it to that graphic. But this one right here is closed. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See if we can save this one. There we go. Let's get our football. Let's drag it in.
So essentially, I just needed a better graphic.
Yes. Yes. Because the one that you found, let me see here. I think it was something like this one.
Mm-hmm.
If we save this one and we drag this one in, as you can see the pixelation in it right now, right?
Right.
And that one was 576 by 518. The one we chose was like 855 by 850 something.
So you want a bigger pixel?
More pixels, higher resolution, correct.
More pixels, higher resolution. Okay.
See, look. Now you see this one?
Yep.
Yeah, that one sort of looks like how yours look, correct?
Yep. That
So,
one looks worse, but
yeah. But let me show you. Even if we scoured online and we could not find a clean one like this one like right here, once we have vectorized it and we got it down to this point, we're going to ungroup all objects. Let's deselect it. We know that we need this area right here to be white, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm going to click on it. I'm going to change it pink so that I can see it. I'm going to change this area right here pink. This area pink. Boom. And then even this area inside here. Pink. Yeah, this one is messed up, but I'm gonna show. Well, we're gonna try to get it as clean as possible. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna click the Smart Fill tool just so we can fill that in. We're gonna make that pink.
Why
I
does
put
my smart tool not work sometimes?
I'm not quite sure. Uh, like on some of them, I've seen that the Smart Fill tool is actually grouped with this tool here, the interactive fill tool.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want to make sure that you're actually see where did it just go? Let me see
Oh,
here.
down underneath. One more.
Yep. See, on mine is separate, but on some of them, like the 2018 or 2021, it is listed in the drop down box. I'm not quite sure if that may be the issue.
Let me see. I don't know. Yeah, mine's in the interactive smart fill tool.
Yeah. So sometimes I guess maybe you just want to make sure that you click on it, drop it down, and make sure that you're actually selecting it. Because
Right.
once you select it, you will see the crosshair like this.
Okay.
All right. So what I would do now that we're this far in, what I would do is I would click on my black, select all of my black, make sure I got it all. My bad. This down here is black too. I'm gonna just change all of this black to gray. Boom, cool. So now I can select all of my black, and we're just gonna nudge that over. Boom. All right. This little outline right here, we know we don't need that, nor this one. We're just gonna delete all of this extra stuff. Boom. Let's select all this black, weld it, and let's nudge it back over. All right. So now it's not bad, it's wiggly, it's deformed, but we have something to start with.
Right.
So what I would do is you double click on it, you bring up the nodes on it, all of these little nodes. But we have this tool called the smooth. I love the smooth. Click on the smooth. And right now we got it set at the nib size of 0.085. And then we got the rate at 20. I'm gonna leave it at that. And watch what happens to this line right here. When I click on it and I hold over it, it straightens up that line. So it reduces the nodes in that line. See how much more cleaner it is on this side?
Wow.
Let's do it on this side. Watch what happens as I do it. So it's straightening that line out as I scrub along that line.
That's crazy.
So then we can do it a few times on each side to make sure it's straight. Or you can click on your pick tool, then double click, and then go in here and just delete the nodes as such. It'll straighten that line all the way out. And you don't want to do that too much on the curves. You want to go back to the
Right.
smooth tool, because then the smooth tool will pretty much let you smooth in this circle out right here. Now doing it this way, you're not going to get it perfect, but
Right.
you will get it to the point to where you may be happy or satisfied enough with your recreation of the design.
Okay.
So I'll just go through the whole thing. Like right here, I probably wouldn't even use the tool. I'll probably go back to my pick tool, double click on it, and then just delete those nodes, delete this node, those nodes right there, and just visually straighten this up like so. Delete this node, then just make sure it's matching down here. I would probably delete, I'll probably bring my ruler down to here, double click and drag this node up now. Boom. I'll straighten it out with the arrow here, and then I'll straighten it out here. Delete that one all together. And then we can straighten it up by node to node. Boom, all the way down here. That's straight. And then that one all the way up. And then we know it's straight. All right. We're moving right along, moving right along. So now it's just a sense of straightening all of your lines. I'm going to click on this pink, select all of the pink, combine it, and then weld it together. We know this is a nightmare. We'll just go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to delete these nodes here. And let's straighten out this line here. So we're going to delete all of these nodes. Those in the center. We want it to stop right here. But we're just going to go ahead and drag this node right there. Boom. Let's delete the rest of these. Smoothing it on out. When I started deleting nodes, I started deleting them one by one by one because it helps me to see where the next node is going to change, how it's going to fix that next line or that next node. So I'm going to skip past those two. I'm going to just come down here, delete only the ones on the outer edge. See how we're fixing that curve now?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So we essentially, let's deselect it. We essentially just fix that curve on the pink.
Right.
I'm going to select this one. I'm going to weld it to the pink. There we go. I'm probably going to delete this inside section. We're just going to go in there, deleting nodes. We're trying to smoothen it out and get that curve exactly how it's supposed to be. So I'm deleting one node at a time. We can probably even delete this little piece here too. And let's try to curve out our horn. I'm deleting a few nodes here. Uh-oh, too much. Let's delete just one. And maybe just this one right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. And this one. Boom. Now, what I do like to do is at least have this one close as reference so I can see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
A little closer, okay? That's not bad, but it did have this little hump right here. So I'm going to add a node right here. I'm going to grab this little arrow, and I'm going to see when I nudge it up, when I move it, have both sides turned like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that. We can right click on that node we just made and hit cusp. Now only one side will turn. Let's delete this other node. Boom. All right, that's not bad.
Right.
And of course, it straightens out even more up here. So we're going to click here. I'm going to just delete these two nodes and see what we get. Not bad. Let's try to delete these two. And that's not bad either, but we want we can already see that this node right here curves like this. And it sort of goes to a point right here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and bring this closer. Well, got to delete this node here. And let's bring this node closer. Okay. Let's widen it out just a little bit. And then right here, bring it in some. All right. Let's deselect, see what we got. It's not bad. Not bad. It's going to take a little more work. But what I want to do is, let's delete this yellow out of here. That way we can see what we're working with. All right. I'm going to take a few more nodes out of here. I'm going to take this out of here. Boom. Because we're going to smart fill all of that once we got our horn looking like we wanted to. So let's double click. And slowly but surely, I'm just deleting the nodes. Boom. Looks like it can get a little sharp. Wait a minute. Yep, looks like it can get a little sharper here. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to show you what I would have done if I couldn't find a decent graphic. I
Right.
would be in here redoing it like so. So we're pretty much almost there. We just want to double click on this pink. I'm gonna delete most of these nodes to straighten it out. I go, okay, it does a little lightning bolt thing here. So that's pretty cool. Straighten it out right here. Boom. Delete nodes. Delete nodes. I like to go in there and just delete them one by one. You'll see that
So
line
just
forming.
deleting them will straighten it all out.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't want to delete too many because then it'll skew it.
Okay.
So as I'm deleting one and I'm just grabbing the next one and trying to readjust that line. Let's see here. Okay, so it stops right there. We're going to stop it right there too. I mean, I'm going to delete all of this. Delete this one. And bring this one up. Boom. I can probably delete that one too. Boom. Cool beans. I can double click on the black, and we're going to probably drag this node out to here. Get rid of this one. Boom. Straighten that right on up. Like with the black here, I'll probably double click on it and delete all of these nodes. Huh. Yep. Let's double click on the pink and we're going to do the same thing. I'm just trying to get that line right here straight as possible. Because we're going to smart fill that area in there. So right here. Boom. And right here. Boom. Yep. Okay, it does a zigzag thing right here through the lightning bolt, through the D area here. I'm gonna just delete all of this pink bottom piece. We're gonna use this to make our lightning bolt. One at a time. That looks good. Let's see if we can straighten it up from here. Boom. Look at the other one just for reference. I know I ain't gonna get it perfect, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm gonna add a node here. We're gonna delete this. There we go. We almost got it. Let's bring this up some. Ha. So we need all of this gone. Boom. And it straightens out right here. Boom. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're making progress. When I tell people, oh, I can't do that, I'm gonna have to redo it, and then I give them a different price than I originally gave them, at the end of the day, I'll be like, okay, I gave you original price, but I'm gonna have to redo it, so it's gonna cost this price. If they be like, oh, no, thank you, then I'll be like, cool, because I don't know if I wanted to do all that work anyway. You know what I mean? Sometimes you pick your battles. I would have went online searching and looking and searching and looking to see if I can find a vector that worked so that I didn't have to do all of this work. But if the customer's still adamant, can you please try? Can you please see what you can do? Then that's when I turn to this method. And it takes a lot longer. I'm in there critiquing myself. Ooh, is it okay? Do it look right? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But that's part of the artist recreation part of us just going in there taking something. And now I'm just fixing this pink, step by step, node by node, trying to straighten up these gaps. I was scared. I never wanted to touch this stuff. I would touch this stuff, and the graphic would change all up on me. And then once I started going slower, I started making progress. It's still not the best, but I've recreated some stuff to where people were like, okay, yeah, okay, that looks good. I'll take it. Almost.
You should have just told me, hey, you need to go back and find a different SVG.
Yeah, but it's not always that easy. Sometimes that's the only SVG. As we can see, it wasn't easy finding this one. I had to go through a couple myself. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with someone who's brand new, they may give up after trying it twice, not even knowing that sometimes it may take you to go out there and find 5 or 6 ones, and on the sixth one, you're gonna be like, okay, this one is better than all the rest, and it's going to be less work, you know?
Right.
Gotta pick and choose those battles. So let's see here. Let's try to straighten up this pink just a little bit more. And let's bring it to the front. It is to the front. All right. I'm gonna use the pink whole shift, and we're gonna just chop through this black, trim through this black for now. That way we can smart fill.
Wait, so which one did you use?
I used the go back one more.
Oh, the trim.
Yep, just in case. Yep, see how some of that black is behind that pink?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to trim all of that out of there. So I clicked on the pink, hold shift, click on the black, and I trimmed it. Let's go to the wireframe view so you can see what happens. We're gonna trim off that little excess there.
Okay.
I did that so that I can smart fill the gap. And we're going to select all of that same color, shift, select the black, and we're going to combine it to the black and then weld it. So now it's flush. And then let's close the black here. We're just going to use a 2-point line. Boom. And then let's smart fill this here. Smart fill this. Boom. Smart fill this. I'm gonna select them all. Hold shift, select the black, combine, and weld. Okay. Boom. We got this little area right here, which actually it looks like it comes down below the lightning bolt. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use another 2-point line from here to here and just smart fill that area as well. Shift, combine. Well, I hit group by accident. Combine and weld. Let's change the color to gray so we can see that line. We're gonna click on that line. Uh-oh. Click on the line and delete it. Not bad, not bad. Like
Not at all.
I could have straightened this out right here just a little bit by clicking on the nodes and deleting them. And let's smart fill this. We want all that to be yellow just for representation. I just welded it together. We want this part right here to be blue. And then this part to be green. Now, sure enough, I could have taken a lot more time. I could have actually even drug this one down to the ruler. Boom. Drug this one down to the ruler. You know, and actually drug in another ruler down here. I mean, it would have took an extra 45 minutes, maybe to an hour. But I could have sized them up. I could have cut on my grid here. Where is it at? Right here, show grid. Boom. I could have got real technical, you know what I'm saying? And then I could have been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's, you know what I mean? I could have counted the squares from side to side to make sure that the D was exact. Could have brought down another ruler right here to make sure that this curve came up here and matched on that line. At the end of the day, this part right here just totally depends on the customer, how bad they want it done. Like, you know what I mean? And if they're willing to pay or not. You know, if not, I'm gonna be like, unfortunately, it can't be done because I could not find this one. You know, I couldn't find the crispy one. I already spent 20 minutes online with no pay searching for one that would work. You know, I've already, before I've even said, let me look at this design real quick to see if it'll work. I took that extra time out to see if the design they sent me will work already. Didn't work, then I may spend a couple more minutes online searching for a better graphic. If not, then I'd be like, oh, hold on, let me reach out to somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll reach out, you know, see if they can help me. And if not, I'll be like, unfortunately, it can't be done. Like, you know what I mean? Especially after seeing what I just did here, you ask yourself, oh, if I can't find a better graphic, do I want to try to clean it up? Which it definitely can be done. It's how do you want to go about doing it, and if you're willing to take the time to go in there and delete those nodes, delete this node, you know, size it up, you know, match it to the design. I think I did pretty good, even though it's still kind of rough, but I could have actually brought in my rulers. Boom. Double clicked here, made sure that went straight to that ruler. Like, you know what I mean? And actually fine-tuned it, but then that would have been me dragging this ruler out. Boom. Dragging this ruler out to there. Boom. Counting the squares in between and saying, okay, is it like that over here? And playing this matching game for an hour or so. But it's not like it can be done.
Right.
Take off the grid.
I don't think I realized the more or less you need to find an actual like SVG.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it just takes like a little hunting. And you got to remember, if SVG doesn't work, high school logo, take the SVG off and let's just go straight to vector. Aha, look. Oh, that's the one I found, 800 by 588. But this one right here, I can look at this one and tell. You can tell right there that it's pixelated. But that's 640 by 360. This one, 150 by 150, and they cut the D off. So
Right.
this one right here, 400 by 400, it's not bad, you know. You can't really tell if it's pixelated or not. 300 by 300. So I just go through here and I'll click them. That was the good one. That was the one we found. And then typically right up under it, these files right here be somewhat good. Just have to click on it and check the number here. Ooh, 959 by 720. And it looks like it's already, let's try this one out. But it's a WEBP file, which means that Windows is not going to let you save it, but you can screenshot it. That's a pretty good image. You can look at it and tell.
So
Now,
how do you screenshot something?
okay. It's not going to work because we're on Zoom, but let me show you. So when you look down at your keyboard, the 4 window keys that look like 4 windows,
Yep.
you'll hold that, you'll press shift and press X. Try it now. Watch what happens on your screen.
Hold that, shift and X.
S
Nothing.
as in Sam.
Oh, S. Oh.
And then you can take that tool and draw a box around whatever you're trying to screenshot. After you let go of the box, the screenshot should pop up in your bottom right-hand corner. You'll click on that, and then you'll be able to save any image that you find online.
No, wait. Screen shot. Shift plus Windows key.
Remember, it's Windows first, then Shift, and then S.
Oh. One, two, three. In order. Okay. Interesting.
This one is a good one too. It's 900 by 900, but it still came up as a WEBP file. But that's cool, because even though it came up as a WEBP file and I cannot right click and save it, I can still click on the image, open it up big over here. I can't even see it now. But let's just say this was the image. Open it up big like that, then screenshot it.
Right.
It's going to be of higher, nicer resolution. And when we bring it into CorelDraw, all of these dark black outlines, like this logo in the center, is definitely going to get that real good. Might have a few little black little dots or whatever from all of this distressing, you'll easily be able to delete that. And this white border right here to definitely separate the colors.
So how do you bring that in then
What you mean?
for when you screenshot it?
So when you screenshot it, you want to name it and save it in your images file where you save everything else at.
Okay.
So let me show you. Here's my image folder. If I type out screenshot, there's a lot of stuff in here that I screenshotted, but as you can see, I just changed the beginning of it so that I can easily find it. I left the
Okay.
screenshot in there. I could have deleted screenshot and just named it 100 money, but then I don't know. It's easier for me to just hit the left arrow, name it, and save it, and leave all of this information with it.
Right.
Here go one. After I screenshotted it and saved it to my images, you just drag it like any other image right into Corel.
Okay. Okay.
Like right here for the North Skis part, I would
Get rid of it.
get rid of it altogether, but then go here, look at it, and then type it out. We're going font matching because with it coming up like that, it's kind of hard to put that in what the font. We can tell that it's italic. We'll fix that. And I don't know why I'm going through my favorite fonts. I know it's not in there. So I'll probably just jump down here. Really, I got a guy who I work with who's I don't know, he's like the font wizard. He can look at that font and be like, if he don't know the name of it, he can get close to it.
He's like, oh, that's such and such a font.
That's such and such a font, because not only did he go to school for graphics, when you go to school for graphics, they teach you like what these little uh the edges of the characters are. Like all of this is just plain stuff. But then once it start doing like this, he'll be like, yeah, if it curves like this or if it curves like that, it's this particular type of font or this particular type of font. You see, that's close. And watch this. Let's go to title case. Boo. So it don't give us no lowercase. Okay. Moving right along then. If it would have gave me lowercase, and I would have used lowercase, and I would have just smart filled the inside and just took the characters, and then, you know what I'm saying? Because it
Mm-hmm.
definitely looks like it's close enough. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go online and take me a font class.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's close. What I would do is go ahead and italicize it. Let's text space it. I'm going to hit the text space. I'm going to highlight this O here. So click on it, text spacing. I'm just text spacing. I'm going to just highlight this O here. Boom. I'm going to hold control and I'm going to slide this O closer to the R. Boom. Uh-oh, too close. Okay. Now I'm going to highlight all of these nodes here. I'm going to hold control and bring them closer to the end. A little more closer. Boom. Now I'm going to resize it. Let's place it over it. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna click on it. Why is it? Like I said, that should all be together. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and weld it. Uh-oh. Click on it and weld it. Okay, it shifted it just a little bit. Let's get it back into place. Oh, we can't see our nodes because they're gray. Boom. Come on, fella. Let's drop it down right here. Okay. Let's drag it out just a little bit. And then bring it up some. I like it. I'm going to grab all of this. Hold shift. Select the gray. Right click combine. So we grabbed all of that was up under half of it. We're going to go in and grab the other half. Hold shift. Combine. And then weld it all together. Boom. All right. That's for, but we're going to put this one over here on this one, since this one is cleaner. And actually, let's drag it like this. I want to give it some sort of reference over here as to where exactly the end laid at. So I'm gonna bring my ruler right back out and put it right here on this corner. Boom. That way we can get a justification for where we want the end at. And it looks like I did it pretty good, but it looks like it's going right through this part of the end. So let's slide it over just a little bit, Boom. That's looking good. A little bit to the right, okay? So let's slide it over just a hair. Boom. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna delete all this. It was just for training purposes. But I think I did pretty good. And it gives a pretty good example of the amount of work that you have to put in, but it can be done. Any image, for that matter, can be recreated as long as you got the tool set and you're willing to take the time to go in there, bring out all of these guidelines, line things up,
Mm-hmm.
Like it might have been easier. I had them side by side. Might have been easier doing them like this. Then bring out my grid, and then count my numbers and stuff like that. But I did it a few times. Nowadays, I spend more time trying to find the graphic. And if I can't, then I'll just forfeit the sale altogether. That's just me. The old me wasn't like that. The old me took those 2 and 3 hours and then hated myself afterwards when, I spent all of that time and they're like, no, thank you. Nope.
Not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it. And, hopefully they can find someone else who can recreate that graphic. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm so good at I can't do it. Like, I don't think nobody else is willing to put the time in either. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's some people out there though who specialize in this stuff. I specialize in rhinestones. I can't get it to the point to where I can proceed with my rhinestones. I'm not going to spend 9 hours on this part, you know. I'm not. Let's size this up. Oh, it wasn't even 4 rhinestones, so this is ready to go then, right?
Right.
Yeah, that look pretty good. What I would do, I mean, it does look good for sure. I would probably, yeah, it looks good. Okay, yeah, because it's thin. I was going to say we could maybe do a place and fill on this, like 0.01 maybe to the outside, no stone, and then make it just a little. Wait a minute, it did the whole thing. Oh, that's because the outline is on the whole thing. Okay, so that was right. Make it just a little thicker, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be white anyway
Right.
on, I don't know what color shirts, but I just like to do this just so I can see. Boom. And this part was black. Oh, let's make it purple so we can see it. Make this white so we can see it. And this part was black. Weld it in black. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And for some reason, I feel like only this part is white. Like the lightning bolt and the thing, like based on all the other logos, they're on white backgrounds. So we can't tell if the white outline is around the whole. See, here it is. Yep. But that's that on that color.
Right.
See, that's that on that color. So we don't know. Right here, the outline is only on the hat. On the other one, the outline is around the whole thing.
Well, this one I'm doing on black,
Okay.
but I am gonna do one on white also. So
Right. So that's where you would just ask yourself, if you're doing this one on black, that white outline definitely is needed. And I would even do this. I would even smart fill this and do like a 0.03 to the inside. Uh, let's go 0.04. All right, we wanted to match. So let's go 0.04. No, let's try 0.05. All right, that looks good. I'm a hold shift, click on this gray here, and we're going to trim that out. So now we can get rid of this piece here. We have that little thin piece of gray here. We're going to just weld that to the white. Boom. So now we got our inside of our D that's white as well.
mm-hmm.
So now if you're putting them on white shirts, you don't even need this white area here. I'm gonna just change it pink so we can see it. Yeah, you wouldn't even need this white area here. So you would just cut out the black and the yellow and the blue. This
Right.
Norskies right here, I would just go ahead and shift. Let's make sure we weld it first. Shift, select the black, and then just trim it through it. So on a white shirt, all you would have to do is weed that out, and it's ready to go.
Right.
I'm gonna change it pink. I'm gonna leave it in there for you. And actually, I'm going to place a 0.01 0.02 outside. So here's what happens. So say you were cutting it all out in vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
If you did this first, the black, and you weeded the black, and then you went in there and you like, oh, I want to put the North skis in a different color. That's wireframing. You can get it in there, but you may have just a little bit of the t-shirt poking through where the heat has shrinking this vinyl down just a little bit. You try to fit the North skis in there, it's gonna fit perfectly, but then you're gonna have little pieces where the shirt is just popping out the edges.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna island fill that 0.002. Let's look at wireframe, zoom in. I gave it that much more overlap. So when you go to place that vinyl on top of that vinyl, that's welded together, you won't have that overlap.
Okay.
You can do it twice if you want to. Like that's pretty good. But if we did it twice, then welded it, boom. Now you know. Let me move it just a hair. See, I moved it a
Okay.
hair, and
Yeah.
yeah, we got that. We got that overlap. Let me push it to the back. Watch this. Oh, I forgot I got that white box there. Let me move that. All right, let me push it to the front. See how
Oh,
much?
okay.
Yeah, and push it to the back. So we we thickened up the text just a little bit to where when you press it, they're gonna overlap right there on that area. That way the shirt won't poke through. I often tend to do that with so say there's multiple colors. Boom, boom, boom. We got all these colors. I'll do it again with this yellow here. So that when I layer that yellow in there, it's gonna layer over that gap piece that
Right.
may occur when you press the vinyl. I just welded it together. We got a 0.002. Let's do 0.003 just to be on the safe side. To the outside, just that little bit much will alleviate you from seeing that gap in the shirt when you press the vinyl.
Right.
I'm going to do it again on this little purple piece. Just that much. Boom. I'm so asinine though, right? I'll do it. I mean, we already did this 0.03 thicker. I'll probably
Mm-hmm.
do it again just for good measure, just to make sure that when I layer all of this vinyl on top of each other, that look at it now. So we have those layers on top of each other to the point to where that's you won't see any vinyl. I
Mm-hmm.
hated that when I first started doing shirts. I would press the vinyl, I would go in to add my second piece, and I'm in there trying to puzzle it in. Even after I press it, you have just a hair fraction of a shirt that'll pop through. And then when you wash it and the vinyl or the shirt starts pulling or whatever, after a couple of washes, you can really see those areas where they didn't touch, where they didn't overlap. Hey, to each his own. Some people, they're okay with it. Other people might be sticklers, like, why does it look like this right here? I'm gonna delete that box. I'll save this as, come on, save. D-Force. What was it? D-Force?
Norskis. Norskis.
Okay,
There you go.
let me put in, so I don't forget. Boom, boom. Let me see. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Everything looks smooth. It's
So
ready.
can you make a copy that one
Okay.
and then do the football next to this one?
Okay. Okay. Drag the football in. That football was huge. Oh, it was already up there. I was looking for it. Like I thought I had it on here. Right click, outline trace. Click far. Let's reduce the bitmap. Ungroup all objects. I'm gonna just select the football. I'm gonna hold shift, get this white area, and this white area. Let's just drag that out. Versus trying to delete everything else. Boom. Got a little work on the football. That's okay. I'm gonna double click on it. I'm just going to delete these nodes.
Oh, they're actually a node?
Because yeah, you see I got these little extra little pieces. Yeah, that's because I did a quick trace on that. Or however I did it, they got these little extra little pieces in there. I'm gonna just delete those too. Click on this one. Then just bringing those back. If I try to delete them, just doesn't work. So I'm gonna delete these and then click here and then just bring the nodes back in. Boom. I really got into photo manipulation tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Bring these back in. Boom. Now I ain't even gonna worry about the other side. How come I'm not gonna worry about the other side?
Because you're gonna copy the one side and flip it over.
Yeah. Put that ruler down the center. We're gonna take this box here. We're gonna hold shift, select the brown, and trim it. I'm gonna change the color of the box. Push it to the back. Now we're gonna hold shift, select this white area here, and trim it. Boom. We don't need this white area here. We don't need the box anymore. Highlight the whole thing, drag it over and copy it, and then flip it. And I'm gonna deselect everything because we want to merge the football together first. We'll weld that together first, and then let's weld all of this white back together. This one, this side, and this one. Change the color, make sure it's welded properly. Now we got our ball. I'm gonna select the whole thing. I'm gonna group it for now. Let's resize it. What you had it at 90 degrees?
Yeah, kind of just sitting on the side.
All right. I flipped it straight, but it looked like you had it tilted
Side
just a little bit.
sideways, yep.
Push it to the front.
Yeah, like rotate it out a little bit.
Yeah.
There.
A little bigger.
Yep. Rotate it just a little bit more. Yep.
Like that.
Yeah.
Change this back to what? Let's ungroup it. Change this back to white. Change this back to white. Now, what I would do though, let's change it to pink. Really, if that's how you're gonna have it set up, you can layer it. If you're gonna layer it, then you know that you just have to automatically in your mind know where you're gonna put the football at, because you don't even have to cut through any other vinyl. You can just layer the football right on top and then layer the white right on top of the football.
Right.
Or,
But you can also trim it.
yeah, if you trim it though, so I'm gonna highlight it all. I'm gonna group it together first, then hold shift, and then trim it. Click on the football and ungroup it. So now we have that section cut out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to take this, I'm sorry, we got to group it back. I'm sorry. Because now we want to make sure that we take this group section and cut through the pink too.
Right.
There we go. Now we can ungroup it.
So you grouped it together first?
Yes, I grouped the football and the white that's in the inside.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have did the white that was in the inside as well, then it would have just been the football and not the whole section.
Okay.
It would have just been the football cut through there, and you would have still seen the white sections.
Okay.
But now we have the whole. Wait a minute. Let me change it. Let's see. See, that part right there would have still been in the black. It wouldn't have
Okay.
been. It wouldn't have trimmed out. So when we group all of this together, it was able to take the entire group and cookie cut through the black and through the pink to give us our section right there.
Okay.
So one more thing that I would do though, is I would take this and I would put that 0.003 back on it. Island fill. You gave it that little 0.3.
Yeah.
That way, since you are, since we did trim it through the vinyl, it's going to layer perfectly and it's not going to have that gap on the shirt.
Okay.
So that's just a little pointer. You don't have to follow it, but as you get down the line, just doing more vinyl, it definitely comes in handy when you don't want that when you don't want those areas of the shirt poking out.
Okay. All right. So would you do that? You would do that with the white on the football too then?
Personally, yeah. Like, all right, so think about it. We got a white shirt, right? Let's do it. Let's mock up on a white shirt. So on a white shirt, we don't need to cut out this pink here. So
Right.
I'm gonna push it to the back for now so we can delete it. This, we don't need to cut that out. We just need to make sure that we weed it out on the black.
Mm-hmm.
This right here, we don't need to cut that out because it's white too, right?
Right.
Push that to the back. So now you got your black vinyl that you got to cut out, your yellow vinyl, your blue vinyl or your purple vinyl, and then the football, right?
Right.
Uh, you got to think about it. When you layer the football in there, You gotta layer it in there just right so that it hits this corner of the D and then hits this and it just lays in there perfectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn that turn at the right angle so that it fits in there, right?
Right.
And then the white gotta match. If you decide to cut out white vinyl, you can just cut out the football hole and then place the white vinyl right on top of the football and not even worry about it matching because it's going to complete the football. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You just cut out this white vinyl by itself, this white vinyl, and this white vinyl. If you're doing it on any colored shirt, you're gonna have to cut them out anyway.
Right.
So no need to cut them out on white, but it would make it easier if you did just cut out the white on top of the football because you can just layer that right on top of the football.
Right.
You don't have to worry about, you don't even have to weed out the entire football. You can cut it out with the cut lines in it, but then just place the vinyl directly over top of the cut lines to make it easier to line up.
Right. Yeah, because this one's a black shirt, so I'll have to do the white.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're doing it on the black shirt, then I would cut out all of the white at first.
Mm-hmm.
And if you layer all of the white down, then all you got to do, you don't even have to worry about the black. Let the black come through the white, layer in your yellow, your blue, and then your brown.
Right.
But then in that case, you will have to weed through the football so that the white area of the D can show through the football.
Right. But I could also change that D to white.
Yes, you could. Let me change this to black. Change the D to white. And then this still gonna want this black area because you still want the lightning bolt and the horn. See, but then that changes it right there.
Hmm.
That's not bad right there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But I could still cut that out and just do the horn in white.
Exactly. If you're gonna do it like that though, you're
I
gonna do
could
it like,
block that.
yeah, you can separate it, do a 3-point curve here. Here, 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 boom. And then just smart fill, just this white, boom. Let's change that a different color. And now you have just your horn by itself. Let me get these. I'm just going in there and I'm just highlighting the extra pieces that I used to make that work. So now we got that as a separate piece.
Right.
You could trim this through the pink, but I would leave it together. I would leave that pink together just like that, and then just cut out this piece separately.
Right.
And then let me go ahead and do like all the others. Once you start putting that 0.003 on it, you want to put that on everything. So let's weld that together. So now we know that if we cover that up, it's going to cover it up perfectly because we made it a little bigger.
Right.
Looking good, isn't it?
Yeah. So I put on there that I just need to get a better SVG instead of what I had.
Yes, for starters. Can't find a better SVG, then scrap it, or I could redesign it. I can, you know what I mean? But then now
You're right.
then now you're setting yourself up to redesigning it and hoping that they like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It'll be people out there that'll be like, okay, bet, let's redesign it. They'll give you the deposit. You'll send over your redesign, and they'll be like, oh, I don't like it. And then you'll go through three. I give them three changes. Three changes. If not, it's going to cost another $5 for three more changes. Like, if people will they'll send you through 100 changes for that same design fee, and it's 2 weeks later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Monday, oh, can you change this? And then Wednesday, they be like, oh, can you change this? And then Friday, they be like, oh, can you change this? And then Monday again, they'll be like, oh, put this on this side. Like, and then they'll hit you with the, well, it took you 3 weeks to do my design. No, it didn't take me 3 weeks to do your design. It took you 3 weeks to make up your mind. That's what happened. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But hey, like, I try to be transparent when I'm explaining stuff to everybody. Everything that I've ever went through that ever frustrated me, I expose, not even I can't, the word expose isn't right. I detail my experiences to help other people that might experience similar uh interactions with people.
Right.
They're all going to be very similar, and I trust and believe the customer is going to be very similar to how my customer may have been in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
me 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 letting that information out will hopefully help the crafter to make better, smarter decisions. Because if I'm saying something about it, it just didn't happen once. You know, it's something out there that I think that people, they gang up in groups and they learn this stuff, and then they take this stuff back to Walmart, Family Dollar, and you know what I'm saying? They take this,
Yeah.
they take this scammer of a skill set. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It worked at Family Dollar, like, you know what I mean? People will switch tags on you, like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, and if you're not training the person at the cashier to watch for the switch tag, people will be in there switching tags on that poor little cashier all day long.
all day.
And all she doing is, it rung up, beep, and she put it in the bag, you know what I mean? And
Right.
unbeknownst to her, like, you know what I mean, she just rang up a $99 item for $9.99.
Yep.
Not even knowing, not even paying attention. Like, I'm 16 and a half. This is my first job, and I really don't even like it. Like, I'm just waiting for my shift to be over. You know, now retention got to come in and fix all of her mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. There's scammers out there that prey on that, though. I know it is, because I can't make this stuff up. I'm gonna save this for you. I'm gonna send it to you right now as a CorelDraw so that you can have it. What is it?
LA DA.
EA?
Yep. VIS. There you go.
All right. Boom, boom. Here it is. There we go. Send it right along.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sweet.
How long we been on here?
Let me see here. It started at 9:24. About 9. Yep, about 9:24. 9:30. Yeah, I started my training. Why you gonna ask that? Let me call. Let me call my girl. See what does she even want?
Oh, we're good.
Oh yeah, no. Like right before, when I was like, "Are you ready now?" And you were like, "Yeah." I called her and was like, "All right, I'm about to do a training right now." Like, you know what I mean? Just to let you know, I'll be done for an hour. She messages me 16 minutes after that and be like, "Have you started your training yet?" And I'm like, yeah. Called you and said I was about to start it right now.
Alrighty, sir.
All right.
Thank
Give me probably till tomorrow morning. When I come back to the office, I'll upload the video. That way you can have your copy of it.
No worries, you're good.
All right. I record every last one, even if you don't hit her. Zoom is recording. I start recording as soon as I jump on. That way I don't miss anything.
No worries.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks once again, my friend.
Yep. Bye.
Right now.